All right, hey, good afternoon, everyone. It is 1:38. Markets are closed, so let's just jump right in and see what we got accomplished today. I think there was a little bit of news about some activity in Russia. Export sales were pretty good. Corn was really good this morning, so I'm not sure what exactly got into the market, but it was some strength. And sometimes markets just move because they're just done and have exhausted the move that they're currently in, which may be the case. Now, this is soybeans. Obviously, we like these divergences here that have formed. We like the long lower shadows here and what could be rejection of lower prices. I like that we undid the bearish engulfing shadow that we left yesterday. I like that we came back and closed in the top end of all this range. What I don't like is that we were unable to break yesterday's high and that we were unable to break these two lows. Obviously, we've got to do that as a first layer of resistance before we can push this thing higher. And really, we're not going to get overly excited about beans until we clear, between 13 and 1320. We need to get up and through that in order for this thing to really turn higher. And if it does that, then up we go. There's lots of people talking about yields that are equal to last year. And if you remember, last year's yields were about 49. This year, the USDA has us pegged at 50.5 or 50.4. So if you knock a bushel off, and then there's a lot of people starting to talk that as they progress past the 50% mark of harvest, their yields start to trickle down. So you could see a yield be below last year's, which would be consistent with what we thought the heat was to begin with. And remember, demand is really, really strong for beans. There's no really weakening of demand globally here. It's just some logistics issues moving forward. So I think I'm just going to stick with the analysis that I think we're forging a bottom here. We'd like to see it get up and out of here and prove that this is a wave 3. And ultimately, we can't do that until we get up above this level here at 1411. But that's a long way away. We're going to focus on this low first. We're going to focus on this high second, and we're going to focus on this one third. And then we'll see what happens and where we go. But for today, beans look pretty good. All right, corn. Corn got a little bit excited today. Let's jump down. I'm going to jump out of here and come to the 4-hour chart of corn, so you can see what we've kind of got working here. If I scroll this out, sorry this looks busy, but I'm just going to give you some context on the 4-hour chart. This is the big move down from July, and this is the low for the move down here. And you can see we have the 5. You can see that we've advanced this move. We've been contained within parallel lines until today when we finally broke out. Now what we want to see is more strength and let this thing really pop higher moving forward. And obviously above 5, if you can get above this 506, 508 area, that's where corn could get really exciting, because remember, the entire short position built by the funds was put on between basically 5 and 590. The whole thing was. So they're now under pressure. They're underwater on that trade, and they got to decide which direction or what they want to do. Do they want to give it room and space, or do they need to cover it? So time will tell on that one. We'll just have to wait and see what they decide to do. You can see what happens though, where we get a little higher, all of a sudden we're inside our daily cloud, and then you just don't know where it goes. So for now, we're going to keep looking up. Wheat finally got off of its tailbone today and actually rallied. It did hold yesterday's high. Man, in order to get higher, to move a market higher, you got to prove that you can shake off some selling. So for the first time we did that, right? We came up, we came down, and now we've rallied back above these highs. So that's your first 1, 2, and now we're in a 3. Hopefully we can push that right back up into the 750 mark and push these shorts out of the market and actually start trading some of the bullish fundamentals that's in there. This market is set to really, really pop. I don't know what the fundamental catalyst will truly be to make that happen. Sometimes you don't need one. Sometimes the funds get underwater and they just have to cover. But usually to propel a market a buck or more, you have to have some sort of fundamental catalyst. especially to the high side, right? It seems like this move to the downside was not supported by any fundamentals, and it just made no sense whatsoever. So maybe it'll snap back to that just out of recoil, but a day at a time. We'll just have to see what it looks like. All right, that's what we've got for you today. We'll probably shoot another video tomorrow on the close. I want to see strong weekly close. Man, I'd love to see wheat up 20, 30, 40 cents tomorrow and just really push this thing higher. And for sure, we don't want to see it give everything back today and take all that gain away on either corn or beans. We want to see them get rocking and rolling and push this thing up into higher prices. So we'll pay really close attention. Be back with you tomorrow night. Remember, there is risk trading futures and options. You should only do so in light of your own financial condition. The opinions that everything that I'm talking about in here is my opinion, my analysis, and certainly is not a guarantee that the market will do anything specific. So hope you guys have a great night. We'll be back with you tomorrow. See you later.